Hey guys, it's Tinker Tailor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Dodrio, who is a normal flying type, and it kind of looks like some sort of emu ostrich look-alike creature thing, but instead of having one body, one head, it's got three. So, yeah, like I said in the last one, it kind of looks like a little fuzzy kiwi fruit body, but this time it kind of looks like the top half of the body is a kiwi fruit, like, feather covering over the top of, like, basically black bike shorts, I guess. And yeah, some, like, naked bird legs. And then, yeah, it's got three heads, and the heads kind of look like they are fuzzy kiwi fruits with eyes and long, very long beaks. Very long, thin beaks. But they've both, or all three heads have two black feathers coming off the top of them. And it kind of, I don't know why, but it gives me old lady vibes. Like old lady witch wearing a hat with these feathers coming out of them vibes. I don't know why. But that is the vibes I'm getting for it. And so I decided to build a shop and house thing where there's three sisters who live here. They're all elderly. They're all like semi-witch vibes, and they have their own shop. So as we get into that, I will obviously talk about them as we get to each one, but it does take me a while to set it up because I make so many decisions where I'm like, do I want to do this? No. Do I want to do that? No. I don't know. But I will give you guys an update on, I guess, a little bit of live stuff, because if you've been listening to the recent videos, you'll know that I'm going to a wedding, and there's been lots of wedding stuff going on. So the last video I recorded was last week, and we are now it's now Tuesday. So yesterday I got my nails done by a very aggressive nail lady. She made, because the same lady did the bride's nails, she made the bride bleed twice on two different fingers, and she almost made me bleed a couple of times. Like, she was just really rough, and I don't think I'll go back to her specifically. There was another lady there who was really, really nice, and she was doing the lady beside me's her nails, and she was really, yeah, like I said, really, 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 really nice. So yeah, I don't know. I do not know, and I do not think I will go back to them because, yeah. And the colour didn't turn out quite what I wanted. Like, in the dark, looks fantastic. But during the day, way too orange. I don't really like salmon-y sort of colour, but that's the colour it turned out to be. So, yeah, that wasn't great. But today I got my hair done, and I cut off a significant amount of my hair. A noticeable amount. Because I'm just so tired of I say its current length, but the length that it was before today. It was just, yeah, too many issues and whatnot, but I also got it a bit more shaped around the face and whatever, and I really like it. But I can't put it up, apparently. I've been told I'm not allowed to put it into a hair tie or a bun or anything like that because it'll leave marks in my hair and it'll look bad for the day, so yes, I've been told I'm not allowed to put my hair up, and that's frustrating me to no end because for the entirety of summer, I basically just had my hair up because, you know, it's Australia. It gets hot. I'm gonna have my hair up. So I'm used to that, and this happens every year. Every year I have to get used to it not being up, and I have to get used to it being down. But as the seasons go on, I'll have it down, but I'll kind of like tie it loosely in the back of my head. Just like at the bottom, I don't know, I think it's called the nape of your neck, I'm not sure. Yeah, just kind of loosely have it there, and then just tie it, yeah, like, it's really not done up tight, it's just loosely held there so that it's just not in my face or anything like that. But I can't even do that apparently, because they're not super worried, but they're just like, it'll leave marks in your hair and it'll be noticeable. And seeing them, I'm probably not going to do much with my hair besides have it on my head, brush it, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, it's just very much like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do at all. And we also went to the second dress fitting today, and yeah, my little bridesmaid dress fits nicely, very, very nicely. So yeah, I just need to pack my bags tonight, but that'll be after I finish recording these videos and uploading them. I mean, I could even pack my bags tomorrow, which I might do, because we're not leaving for the place until later in the day. So yeah, tomorrow morning is going to be rushing to do the last video. I'm going to be recording one more after this, but the build after that I have not finished yet. I've gotten about halfway through it, which is good. So I just need to quickly edit it, and then I will be voicing it as well tomorrow, and then uploading it and whatnot. So unfortunately, I didn't get the build for the day after done, which I was ideally going to do. Because, yeah, I just ran out of time. Been procrastinating a little bit too much. It's definitely 100% my fault. But, yeah, I don't know, it feels good to have these builds done and, you know, worked on and whatnot. It makes me really happy to just, I don't know, I feel like sometimes I get so super stressed and overwhelmed by myself. Like, I just stress myself out, but then, like, it's not that stressful. Like, it's not that deep. Like, why you don't, it's fine. Like, you're good. And yeah, like today, when I got back from doing my hair, because originally I was going to be there the whole time with the bride, but the bride actually got someone to come get us, to take us back, and yeah, it was good to get some work done and whatnot, but I ended up having a nap. That was my problem, is I napped. I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have recorded this video, and then I would have been fine, and then I would have continued building them or not, but yeah, I really needed that nap. And then, yeah, that's when I also went to the dress thing afterwards, and then came home, had dinner, and here we are. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a busy day. I'm definitely gonna have a sleep tea tonight, so I sleep nice and well. But also, you might, I don't know, my cat Macy, she's currently on the desk beside me, but she seems a bit upset with me. I think she's understanding that I'm going away for a couple of days, and she's not very happy with that. I don't normally go out for long periods of time. Like, if I do go out, I'll be back within, I mean, I was still back within a couple of hours, but I think because I'm going out consistently, she knows I'm kind of gearing up to go away for a little bit, and she gets very upset when I do that. So yeah, I've said before, I try not to go away for too long. Onion, who is one of the roommates I live with, will be here taking care of her, and she does love him. He just went away for a couple of days, and when he got back, he opened his suitcase. He just brought all his stuff into the office and kind of dumped it on the floor for a little bit, and as soon as he opened his suitcase, she was like, that looks like a comfy place to sleep. So she's been sleeping in it all day today. He got back a couple of days ago, but yeah, she's been sleeping all day today. So I think she's just a little bit like, people are doing things I don't like, and I don't appreciate that. So yeah, it's not easy for the little baby. She gets very stressed when we're all gone. But like I said, Onion will still be here, and she does love Onion quite a bit. And I think because he'll be here and he'll be feeding her, and I assume he'll let her sleep in his room. He does that sometimes. He'll let her, like, she'll make biscuits on his blankets and stuff like that and have a little nap, and he's like, yeah, that's okay. So I think, yeah, while I'm gone, he'll be taking care of, I know for sure he'll be taking care of her, but, like, you know, definitely paying more attention to her and whatnot, just to make sure she's being loved and taken care of. But yeah, I think she'll be a little bit upset with me when I get back. She's currently, I don't know, I was just cuddling her and carrying her around and whatnot, and she jumped up onto my desk, and now she's not looking at me. She's loafing in anger at me. So yeah, look, at least Onion, again, she loves Onion. I think if Onion ever moved out, she would be so devastated. So yeah. But anyway, I probably should talk about the build, hey. So like I said, there's 3 sisters who live here, and work here, and this is the middle sister. I don't know as in terms of age. She's probably the oldest sister. But I mean, they could be triplets for all I know. You know what? Yeah, sure. Let's make them triplets. There's no age. It doesn't matter who came first. They're that old. They don't remember anyway. But this is the sister who lives in the middle house, and she runs a bookstore. I don't know, I was reading about this Pokemon. Apparently the 3 heads of Dodrio have different emotions. So I think it was anger, sorrow, or joy. So each head represents a different one. And I was trying to initially think, like, what's anger, sorrow, or joy? Like, what are the 3 things that kind of come to mind? But, like, what's builds that we could do about that? And I was like, well, I don't know. I feel like reading, you go through a lot of those emotions. You know, you can get angry at characters. You can feel sorrow over certain character deaths or events or betrayals or things like that. And then joy, because, you know, there's like, you know, oh, they finally got together, or they finally achieved the quest, or, you know, like the bad guy was vanquished or whatever. You know, you can feel those different emotions. But I feel like, yeah, sorrow is probably the biggest one a lot of people feel. It's just like, a lot of authors write a lot of heartbreak, and, you know, I like to write a lot. I've never published anything, and I'm not a, like, yeah, I'm not a writer like that by any means. I'd love to be, but I'm not. And yeah, it's just like, the heartbreak that writers write, it's just, oh, so deep. You know, there are certain character deaths that I've just never gotten over, and I'm so mad that they died. And other times where, like, you know, if there's, like, the love triangles or whatever, I mean, I like to read a lot of different kind of books, so, you know, romance, yeah, I'm not mad if there's romance in it, that's fine, but I don't like it being the main thing of it. I prefer to have, like, deep relationships, because I don't know, I feel like anyone can write a love story, and that's not to say they'll write it well, but, like, anyone can write a love story. I feel like that's you know, if you write from your heart, you can do that, but it's, how do you write relationships between people that are platonic love? You know, how, like, it's I think that's a lot, if you can do stuff like that, it's a lot harder to write. There are characters that are like, you know, I will always be there for you, and you will always be, you know, my best friend and whatever, and that's the sort of stuff I feel like I really appreciate, because, you know, at the end of the day, those are the people, like, those are the people you'll have for the rest of your life, and they're, like, the most important people for you. So yeah, I don't know, I do like characters in relationships like that, where you see they just have this really strong bond, and no matter what happens, that bond is always there. But yeah, that's that for that sister. This sister here is a plant store, and I tried to make it a little less, like, I don't know, like a store where you just buy pretty flowers. Like, it's like, yes, you want to buy pretty flowers and pot plants and things like that, but some of them are like flower arranging flowers, some of them are a bit more like garden flowers. I kind of wanted to mix it up a little bit, so that you could kind of, because I've done flower stores before, and I feel like sometimes I just do the same thing over and over again. But yeah, you can see I put some planters in here, and I actually turned debug off for this. So if you're ever building, quick tip for you guys, if you ever want to put plants inside, make sure they're not debugged, because they will glitch out in the light. That's what I figured out with this build. So yeah, just debug plants are good for outside, very dark on the inside. If you want them to be dark on the inside, debug. Absolutely, all the way. Also, if you're wondering how I turn debug on and off, I use Twisted Mexie's mods. Well, the one that specifically is for that is Better Build By. It does a bunch of things, but yeah, the number one thing is that the debug menu is sorted. Like, if you want the debug plants, they're in the debug menu. If you want, if you want the debug plants, you just go to the plant section and they're in there. Like, the craftable chairs that you can make are in the chair category, instead of being in this mysterious debug menu that you have to type all these cheats in for. So yeah, it's definitely a lot easier. That's how it saves me a lot of time. It saves me a lot of time because I'm not searching through that debug menu, and also it just, your builds look so much better because you use items that people don't necessarily always use. And again, these are items that, like, even if it was just base game, right? Like, if you have the game, like, you have these items, they're just hidden in a menu somewhere, and some people don't know about that, and some people don't bother with that. But I think it makes my builds better. Does it make them more functional? Absolutely not. It probably makes them less functional, but that's not really my main concern when it comes to building. My main concern when it comes to building is it pretty? Because that's mainly what I want, is just pretty builds. So yeah, that's that's really that. There's not really much more to my building than, is it pretty? Does it look good? Does it? I mean, it's not even, is it pretty? Is it? It just, is it fitting the vibe of what I have in my little pea brain? You know, I have this little image in my head, and that's all I want to get, is that little image. And as long as I make that image, I'm happy. I'm good. We are fine. But if it doesn't match that image, then we have a problem, and I'm gonna be sad. So yeah, I don't know. It's definitely fun, curious, and interesting. I also don't think we spend that much longer on this build. I don't overflow with plants. So, like, yes, the left side of the store is all overfilled with plants. The right side, not so much. This little storeroom, I say storeroom, this little grow room, I guess, not so much either. I just put some plants and stuff like that in it, make sure it doesn't pop through the wall. And then, yeah, it's pretty much good to go. Very simple, very, I don't want to say plain and boring, but yeah, plain and boring. I didn't want it to feel overwhelming and stupid and silly and whatnot. I just wanted it to feel good and refreshing, I guess. So yeah, and then I do some of these planters outside as well, just to kind of freshen up the outside a little bit, because sometimes with the exterior of builds, I'm terrible. No idea what to put out there, so I kind of just hope for the best. And yeah, I think by putting some plants out, it does something. Maybe not a lot, but it's a lot better than doing nothing. So yeah. And then lastly, I mean, we still have to go work on the little townhouses, but lastly, this little place is an art and pottery studio, I would say. So the sister who works in this shop, she lives in the left townhouse when you're looking at the townhouses. She does pottery, as that's more of like a side gig when she doesn't feel like painting. But her main thing is, yeah, she likes to paint, especially portraits. She really, really likes to do portraits, but they're very, I don't want to say realistic, they're not realistic, you'll see the paintings I start to put in, those styles of paintings, a lot more like, it's not like looking at a photo of yourself, it's much more looking at like a painting, an artist's impression of you. And that's kind of the more the vibe I wanted to go with, is, yeah, it's a bit more, again, abstract's not the word. I don't know my art terms. I never did art in high school. I mean, yeah, I never did it in high school. I've been to art classes, and they weren't mine, but I've been to them. But yeah, it's just, I'm not an artist, so it's definitely, yeah, something different, unique, and interesting. But I had a lot of fun with this. I did a puppy painting course. What, you don't paint the puppies, don't worry, but it was a birthday gift for someone, and I went with them, and it's a way to socialize puppies, and you get to paint. And they are, I don't remember what they called the paint. There's like a name for it, but it's basically puppy safe paint. Like, if the puppy ate it, it would be absolutely fine. It was basically like water and food dye and, I don't know, they put something else in it, but it's really, yeah, like, because they put so much water in it, it's such a watery paint. But I did a very basic painting of Macy, and it looks like a blobby version of Macy when she's wet, like when she's been out in the rain. And I love it. I think it's an amazing little painting. It's so, like, basic and simple, and there's also a little paw print from one of the puppies, because the puppies just walk over the paintings. And yeah, I think it's great, and I might actually get a little canvas and maybe some cheap paints and whatever. And I know that the better the quality of the paint, the better quality of the canvas, the better quality of the brush, the better quality of the art. But I'm no artist, so that, like, there's only so well I could do. Like, if we're talking in Sims terms, if I have level 10 art gear, but I'm a level 1 artist, I'm going to produce level 1 art. That's it. Obviously, as I get better, it'll get better, and I'm absolutely positive there are level 10 artists out there who use level 1 things and produce level 10 stuff. Like, it's, it doesn't really, at the end of the day, matter the quality of the thing. If you're a good artist, you can make it work. So yeah, I'm not really too worried about the quality of the stuff, because it's just a little, like, I just want to play around and be silly with it, and it's not like a hobby or a profession or anything like that. I'd rather leave the good quality stuff for the artists who are the good quality artists, I enjoy just being silly and having fun with it. So yeah, like I said, not too worried about the quality of the art gear I have. I just wanna paint something silly and for the fun of it. I had a roommate give me a watercolor painting of Macy, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And apparently, because they've done watercolor paintings of other animals, and apparently she couldn't get Macy to not look wet in the photo. Apparently, whenever Macy gets painted, she just looks like she's been running through a storm, and I love that, because it's pretty accurate. Every time it's raining, she comes in, and she's just, like, soaking wet, and I have to dry her, and she's like, what are you doing? Like, Mom, leave me alone. Like, I'm fine. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're soaked to the bone, and this is not okay. Every time it rains, I'll go out there and immediately start looking for her, because I'm like, she's out there and it's dark and it's all wet and she's all alone. And she comes in like, hey, what's up? The guy's just having fun out there. And I'm like, you gave me a heart attack. Don't do that again. So, yeah. Yeah, she's just, she doesn't care. She does not care. But I do have a special towel that's just for Macy, just for drying her when she goes out in the rain. So, yeah, I'll dry her off. It's just, I think it's really important to not let her get sick. Like, I don't want my little baby to get sick. She's just a sweet little baby, and I don't want her to not be okay. So I always make sure to dry her and, get her vaccinations and the flea and tick treatment and all that sort of stuff. I just like, she had a tiny little scratch on the back of her neck, and I took her to the vet, and it's kind of the same time she's supposed to get her vaccinations anyway, so yeah, I thought I'd just get her checked over, like, had her teeth looked at to make sure they're okay, and, like, is she over or underweight, and, they just give her, like, a little checkup, and yeah, she's all good. So, yeah, I don't know, I panic about her. She's probably the most important thing in my entire life. Obviously, like, food and drink and whatnot, like, to eat and live is important, but, like, she's very, very important to me, and just want to make sure the little baby is okay. But yeah, she's happy. She's having a little snooze on the desk. She has she's no longer angry loafing at me. She's now just laid down and gone to sleep, because I think, I don't know, every time I do these videos, she kind of just dozes off and relaxes, so I don't know if that's, like, a compliment or an insult, because I have been told by people as well that sometimes listening to my voice helps them sleep, and I'm like, okay, as in, like, I'm boring, or, like, relaxing, or, like, do I take that as a compliment, or I don't know. But I've been told, like, if I talk in a softer, calm voice, it's nice and relaxing, and people can just go to sleep, but when I talk just normally, it's just normal, so I get that. Like, that makes me feel better. Like, okay, if I'm trying to make you fall asleep, and I'm successful, like, that's good. But if I'm not trying and you're not full, like, that's also good. I think that's a good little compliment, a good little compromise to the compliment, I guess. So I know people aren't, sick and bored of me, but they're also grateful for my voice, which is, the one I have. I know that sometimes when I hear my voice, I'm like, ew, yuck, like, ew, who listens? That's my voice, that's me. Alright, cool. But yeah, I think I've gotten to the point where I just don't care. I just don't really care anymore. Like, cool, yep, that's my voice. I need to listen to what it's saying so I can, you know, edit this bit or whatever. There was a couple videos ago where I don't know, I was saying something and I either paused for too long or just stumbled over my words or something. There's been times as well where I've sneezed and I'm like, I'm just chatting and then I'm like, wait, hang on, I need to sneeze, and then I'll sneeze. I'll pause the video, go back, listen to it, and edit out, like cut out that section and then start the recording again and keep going as if the sentence hasn't changed at all. Like I just having a good old chat. You'd never have any idea. So yeah, there are some videos where I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did pause it and edit it, cut it out, and just keep going. So yeah, I haven't done it this video so far, but yeah, I've done it recently. It's probably like once every 6 months that I have to do that though. It's not very often, which I'm very grateful for because I don't like the idea of having to like constantly go and fix up these videos and whatnot. But yeah, we are working on the floor plans of the builds. They're pretty similar, like the same floor plan, mostly the same items. I was supposed to put a few personalized items around the builds, and I did in the backyards, but I completely forgot to finish the upstairs of the blue and the like ready orange house. Because I started with the upstairs of the greenhouse. Like, I put all the furniture in that I wanted to be all the same, and then I went to the greenhouse, and I was like, alright, well, I'm going to put a few of these things in here and there. And then I went to the backyard, because I was like, well, I'll just work on this house, and then I'll do the blue one, and then I'll do the orange one. What I should have done was the upstairs and then the downstairs, because what I ended up doing was working upstairs in the greenhouse, and then downstairs in all three houses, and that was it. I just completely forgot to add those few finishing touches. So if you go upstairs in the blue and the red house, there's a little empty spot. So if you want to, you know, add your own stuff up there, you absolutely can feel free to do that. I just, forgot to do that. So, yeah, I'm a little frustrated at that. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's fine. It's fine. I also did have some trouble picking, like, wallpapers and flooring and whatnot. I was really struggling with it for some reason. I just could not get my little pea brain around it. But I think it was because it was kind of getting late, and yeah, like, what do you do when it's getting late? Like, you need to just get the build done, and yeah, at some point I just make decisions where I'm like, I don't know, that works, good enough, let's go, next thing. Like, I was kind of getting over it, you know? Not to say that I didn't enjoy doing the build, it was a good build. I also just realized I kind of forgot to do the entryway. I was gonna put a little table, entry table, like a coat rack and things like that, and I just forgot to put those few little items. So I do apologise for that. It's just been, again, one of those sort of weeks where I'm like, I'm surprised I put my pants on the right way. Like, I honestly am surprised I put my pants on the right way this morning. And like, doing the dress fitting, it makes sense that, like, if you have specific things that you're wearing with the dress, like, there are specific shoes that I'm wearing, specific undergarments that I'm wearing. I didn't wear either. And it would have made a lot of sense to wear both to make sure that everything was perfect. Because I did that the first time, but I didn't do it this time. So yeah, it's one of those days where, like, I'm surprised I even managed to go outside with pants on, let alone the right way around. So yeah, look. It's just, like, you get to, like, those sort of days where you're like, I feel like I've been running 1,000 kilometers an hour, and, like, how are you supposed to do anything when you're going that fast, you know? Like, how am I supposed to think and breathe and, I just, no thank you. I would like to just slow down, but I think that's what the next couple of days are definitely going to be. You know, tomorrow we don't leave till later, we're kind of like mid-morning, afternoony sort of time, so that gives me time to do some stuff in the morning, but after that, it'll literally just be drive to the place, get to the place, settle in, have some dinner, spend some time together, go to bed, get up, have breakfast, to do, who knows what, just wander around, whatever, then towards the middle of the day start getting ready to have the wedding. You know, make I was gonna say make pretty faces, but that's not what I mean. You know, just celebrate the people that I'm there to celebrate, and then we'll be having some dinner, and like again, everything is taken care of for us. Like we really don't have to do much. The people, like where we're going, everything's taken care of. It's really good. So yeah, we're just gonna be doing all that sort of stuff, and then kind of, yeah, we're just having a really slow, relaxed kind of 3 days. And, well, it's kind of technically 48 hours, but this is 3 days. It's whatever, it's 3 days. So yeah, we're just gonna be relaxed and do some stuff and things, and maybe not do stuff and things. It really depends on how we feel. And then, yeah, when we get back, just be nice and chill and relaxed and whatever. So I think when I get back, I might, depends on how I feel, but I might just casually do some building, or I might, I'll definitely be cuddling Macy. I'll definitely be giving her some love, but, you know, I might, watch a movie, lay in bed. You know, it might be one of those things where, like, okay, I've had a couple of days off, like, I just want to get back into things now, but it also might be like, you know what, I've had a nice couple of days, let's just let's let the night be nice and relaxed as well. So we'll see how that goes. I'll definitely let you guys know when I'm back. So the day I get back, that video will have been recorded the day that I leave, I think. That's tomorrow. Because I don't think there's any way I'm going to get it done tonight. I'm ready for bed already, and I need to record another video and finish one build and edit that. So yeah, look, it's probably not going to happen, if I'm honest with you guys. But yeah, I'm very thankful that I've gotten a lot of the work done already, and I just need to put some finishing touches on, and I'm very keen for that, so I can cross off all these days that are done. I actually, honestly, last night, I thought this video I'd already recorded for some reason, and so I went to upload it, and then at the very last minute, when it was 99% uploaded, after it had been taken like 2 to 3 hours to upload, I realized, that's the raw footage. You just uploaded the raw footage. That video is not done. That video is not voiced. That's why that's the raw footage. Oh my, you are so, I was so dumb. Like, if I had known that was what was happening, I would have just built that night, and I would have been a little bit further ahead in the builds, and then today, yeah, all I would have had to do was record and upload, and I was so mad at myself for that. So yeah, look, it's oh, it's okay, Bubba, sorry, I was just moving in my chair. Big stretch. Yeah, so it's a bit frustrating and annoying at that, but yeah, look, at the end of the day, we all make mistakes, we all make little boo-boos, and it's okay. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the kitchen I put the identical tables, identical chairs, but they've all got 3 chairs, so it's like, you know, if they want to go over to one of the sisters' houses and all have dinner together, they've all got a place to sit. I also feel like I should have put little fences in between their backyards, because it would have made sense that, like, they actually go through their backyards to see each other, so they don't really have to be seen in public. I say in public, but, like, they don't have to go out the front of their house, but that kind of didn't register in my mind that that's something I should have done until I was uploading the build to the gallery, so it was, like, kind of already too late, because I already did it. I mean, I could have removed it. I mean, I saved it to my library, I haven't put it on the gallery just yet, but I could have uploaded it and then gotten rid of it and then redone it, but, you know, once it's uploaded, I'm like, you know what, it's uploaded, end of the day, it's done. So, yeah. But yeah, you can see we're moving on to the backyards here. So every sister has access from her backyard into her respective store, so they don't have to go out the front and open it that way. They just go in out the back door of their house into the back door of the building. And I did try and make the buildings pretty similar in size, so the florist and the artist studio are identical, just facing opposite directions, but I think the bookstore is a little bit bigger, which, you know, I don't think that's a terrible thing. you know, more place to put more books to read. I think that's a pretty good thing. And to be honest, I don't think the sisters really care all that much. But yeah, I think it's a good little setup here. I think it's pretty cute, and I do love the little details I do end up putting in where I remember to. So yeah, it's just a fun little build. So yeah, definitely let me know your thoughts down below on this build. If you like it, if you hate it, if you feel like you relate to one of the sisters. I feel like I relate to the book sister. You know, owning a little library. She in my mind is an author. But I don't know what kind of author. I feel like she writes like spell books and things like that, or like history of magic or whatever, like something like that. So yeah, she gives me that vibes. The other sister who does all of the art stuff, she likes to also do, like, you know, she's got a woodworking table in her backyard, so she likes to do stuff like that. And then the other sister, she's also got gardening stuff, but she grows probably her own fruit and veggies in the backyard, which I also want to do that. I've talked about wanting to run my own fruit and vegetable stall and selling honey and fruit and veggies and stuff like that, so I don't know. It's something I definitely am very curious about and interested in. But yeah, we are pretty much done here. Like I said, I just finished the last couple of items in the backyard. I do forget to do them upstairs in that little landing space. But yeah, if you want to see more stuff like this, definitely make sure to subscribe. Every month except February I do a video. February I only do 26 builds instead of the 28 or 29, depending on, you know, if it's a leap year or not. Because I do the A to Z challenge over there, during that month, sorry. Which is a challenge I made up where each week you get a new letter a new letter, and you can do a build or cast creation based on that letter. And I do it in February in 26 days, but I run it for you guys as a challenge that you can do, where you can do as many or as little letters as you want. So you could do literally just week A and that'd be done with that, or you could do every second letter, or whatever you want. But yeah, basically you do a build, a room, or a cast creation based on the letter. It's really, like, that's it. That's as simple as it is. And I run it from July to December every year. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that, because I'll probably be announcing that at some point soon-ish. I still have to like go and organize it and whatnot, but yeah, that'll be something I work on. And until then, thank you so much for watching this bit of a longer video today, but thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, hopefully I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys.